Now, why AI? Why do we need AI?
Yeah, so that's an interesting question. Uh, See, we need AI because we have reached the limits of previous technology, right?
Okay.
Let me give you a simple example so that you can understand it. See, if you look at, say, United States, around 200, 250, 300 years,
Right.
yeah, so there, I think at one point in time, 80 to 90% of the people were involved in agriculture.
Oh,
Yeah, and they were, say, sort of producing food, which made them sort of self-sufficient. Today, if you look at United States, the number of people involved in agriculture directly with farming, I think is 1.2% or 1.3%. Less
that's
than
it.
2% it
That's
is.
it.
That's it. And they generate so much food that literally they can feed the whole world, right?
Okay.
So you just imagine a situation where you had 90% or 80% of people of a country
Hmm.
engaged in farming, producing enough food to just fill their stomachs.
Right.
And in 200 years, you have a situation where less than 2% of the same people are working and they are producing enough food to feed the whole world,
Right.
right? So this looks like black magic, right? And what is this black magic? The black magic is mechanized farming,
Okay.
right? So today, if you look at agriculture, it is one of the most mechanized occupations.
Right.
So you have drones which are spraying the chemicals, you have drip irrigation, you have the tractors which are autonomous. And if you look at, say, sort of a farm where you expected to see a lot of human beings,
Mm-hmm.
now you won't see any human beings. You'll mostly predominantly see, say, machines and drones and sprinklers,
Right.
right?
Right.
Same thing is happening with mines, right? You have seen the horror stories of people dying in coal mine and people, say, sort of mines collapsing.
Right. Right.
And today, if you look at mines, most of the mines are becoming digital mines, right? So you have autonomous, say, trucks, and you have the autonomous diggers, autonomous shovels, and say autonomous train tracks. So basically, what happened during the last 100 years is we invented, say, sort of mechanized most of the, say, occupations that we have, most of the things that we do, and that delivered us one important thing. That important thing is productivity,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So human civilizations progress from one phase to another phase of their life through productivity improvements.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody is having a bow and arrow and somebody has a gun, the civilization which has bow and arrow is conquered by the civilization which has gun.
Yeah.
So productivity is key for evolution of civilization. So what has happened today is now industrial revolution has run out of steam. So just like agriculture revolution ran out of steam and then we had to invent industrial revolution. Today we are reaching the limits of industrial revolution.
Okay.
So it is like you have eked out every ounce of productivity that you can eke out of industrial revolution. So so all the, say, sort of the thinkers, the innovators, the misfits, they're all thinking like, what do we do next?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Where is the next boundary? Like you have conquered the earth, so what do you do next?
Mm-hmm.
Of course you think about space and you may think about solar system. Assume that tomorrow you colonized solar system. What are you going to think? Then you are going to think Milky Way galaxy.
Yeah.
So it's a natural expansion of, say, the collective human conscious to go from one productivity leap to another productivity leap. So why we are today so excited about artificial intelligence and why we are talking about artificial intelligence, say, sort of across all industries, across all countries,
Yeah.
everywhere, everyone, is because we have reached the limits of the previous system,
Right.
right? The bullock cart cannot go any faster. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you try to make the bullock cart go faster, the ox will die. So you need to have an internal combustion engine,
Yeah.
which lifts you out of the constraints of a bullock cart, right?
Yeah.
So that is why artificial intelligence is sort of, say, become very prevalent. And whatever the raw material that you need for artificial intelligence, which is basically data, is also abundantly available.
Yeah.
So we have created a sort of, we have a fortuitous situation now where you have data which is available abundantly, and we have reached the limits of our previous system, so we need a new system to take our civilization to the next level. So the two combination of these two factors is what is driving the investments and the innovations on the AI side.